Hey guys, I'm back today with another YouTube video. I'm gonna do a little install, putting different air vents in there. They're out of a Mitsubishi Eclipse, I believe 2000 through 2006. I'll show you the difference in the ones that are already in the Miata. They're called eyeball style air vents. They move around to where you can just point the airflow however you want it. You don't get to shut it, which is the big thing for me. I think that these look a lot cleaner, even though they're a little dull. I'm gonna have to use some like spray on them. But you get to actually shut the airflow off, and I think it will look a lot cleaner. Let's jump into taking the old ones out and putting these ones in. So after thinking for a little bit, I decided I was gonna use the end of this bungee cord. It's the only kind of hook that's metal that I could come up with in the garage without having to try to feed a zip tie or something like that through there. So I'm gonna give this a go and see if I can wedge this in behind something like that and yank. I don't want to yank too hard. Oh, I didn't want to yank too hard and break it, but that seemed just to pop right out. You're gonna want to repeat the process on the rest of your vents. I'm gonna pop this one out and hopefully it goes just as smooth. It was actually pretty good thought. Oh damn, the tombstone popped out a little bit. You can just pop it back into place if that happens. It's just clips. And last but not least, try to get this back right. And that's it. Ta-da! So I'm gonna go ahead and clean out the insides of these, because that's what's blowing into your vent, or blowing into your car, out of your vent. That's what you're breathing. Wipe those down and try to install the other ones. So something I forgot to film, the difference in the stock vents and the ones out of the Eclipse is that they're slightly longer. You're gonna have this little tiny like actuator door on the back side of here that opens and closes as a second like door, just kind of how the front is. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I already threw them out. There we go. So this thing connects to the back side of that there, and when you push the vent open or closed, it would normally move this as well, but with the Miata you can't run that. It needs to be just cut a little bit shorter, which means you'd have to take that out, and makes it about the same size. So I couldn't get the jigsaw or the sawzall to work properly, so I ended up going with old trusty and shaving it down to size. It took me about 10 minutes. Let's go ahead and pop these in, see how they look. The boy Brendan just pulled up. Fucking fuck you. I'm gonna try to install this now. I ended up trimming it a lot shorter than I thought I was gonna have to. As you can see with the stock ones, it's like a quarter or half the size. Let's see if this thing will pop in.
Wait, what's the difference?
As you look at those ones, there's like an eyeball, like you just spin it back and forth.
Yeah.
These ones shut.
Are those for Miatas or MDs?
No, they're actually out of a Mitsubishi Eclipse, but they're like the ones that you'd see in a 350Z. I already put the two in over there. Yeah, kinda. I don't know if this one will actually fit over here, to be honest. Let me hand the camera to Brendan. Here, take this.
Oh. Get inside. Yeah, whatever you want to do. Come over.
For some reason, it's not wanting to pop into place. This was the hardest one to get out too, though.
You gotta think these dashes get so hot over the years, it's how old, and then it gets cold in the winter and they warp, and you know what I'm saying?
The only thing I'm thinking is like this lip is hitting. And honestly, all the videos I've seen, they were just replacing these two and on the NAs and replacing all of them on the NBs because the dash is different. So I wonder if I'll have to like shave.
Or are you
from here to
hitting
here.
the outside?
Yeah, it's hitting right here. So I think I'm gonna shave the side of it down just slightly.
I'd make a cardboard template that fits perfect and then put it over to make it clean and line up in the right spot.
That's a good idea. Alright, I'm gonna get into that and then finish installing this thing. I didn't realize that it wasn't gonna fit properly with the dash. Everything that I'd seen online was about NB Miatas, not NAs. I did see a few pictures of an NA Tombstone with these exact air vents in it, but I didn't see an NA with it in the dash. So I had to trim it on the side a little bit and add a little bit of, I think this is hockey tape, to make it sit in there properly. So the thing is, with the dash mat, you cannot tell at all that there's any type of gap or anything. But if you don't have a dash mat, then you're gonna kind of see a little gap. And the only kind of shitty part about this one, I'm gonna use my whole palm to get it in place. 1 second. The only thing that's bad about this one is that you can't turn it to, you know, put the air to the side or higher, whatever you want. But it does match the rest of them and it looks sick. And that's if I can get it in. I'll be right back with that after I install it. Okay, so with the dash mat, you're not able to tell. You're not able to see any kind of gap. But if you don't have a dash mat, with an NA Miata, you might have something like that. A little bit of a gap that kind of looks shitty in my opinion. So maybe do your research and check out and see if those Jeep Commander ones work better than these. But for me, this works just fine. Still able to do what I need it to. Pretty happy about that. If it doesn't do what I want, I'll just swap it with the Jeep Commander one. But I'm pretty happy about this. I think these look a lot better. I'll show you a before and after. Well, all in all, I think that looks way better. It kind of looks like a Nissan, like a 350Z or almost like a S15 kind of event. I've never actually seen the S15 ones in person or stared at them. The vents look very identical on a Assetto Corsa, which is the only thing I've really seen that in. Besides that though, they look kind of like a 350Z. I like the fact that I'm able to shut them and open them. I think it looks cleaner, looks better. I'm glad that I went with that. If you like the content, leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'll get to you guys in the next video. Let's go.